Hello everyone, it's Jennifer and thank you for joining me today. I need a brown bracelet. So what I did was I grabbed my latest jewelry kit from BB Craft and then also grabbed the brown pearls from my 24 pack. These are 6mm and come in a pack. I did an unboxing and I will be sure to include that video in the description. In that video, I opened up these three colors, and I'm actually going to use those three colors in another project. But for today, I need something brown. And so what I'm going to use is I am going to use, these are gemstone chips. I'm going to use the brown ones here. And I do know that I need to make a black bracelet, and I'm going to use the black for that. But there's so many different, there's a clear, there's like a not a frosted, but it's like a cloudy. And then we have some pink, we have some purple, some turquoise. So we have tons of different colors. Also too, different spacer beads, jump rings, eye pins, head pins, just an amazing little pack to have. And so I will be sure to put the link to this below in the description. Now, what else am I bringing with me? Well, I'm bringing with me my copper color soft flex. This is in medium, and we're going to go ahead and use some of this, as well as I might need some jump rings. I got this bag of 4mm jump rings. They're like an 18 gauge. They're super thick. We'll see if we're going to use those. I might just string it directly onto my magnetic clasp. This is an amazing magnetic clasp, and since this is for me, I do have replacement magnets. I had bought some for another magnet for one of my friends, because you know, when you're doing jewelry and when your friends know that you design and make jewelry, when they have breaks or if something happens, they always give it to you, and I love that. I also pulled in just a random larger faceted crystal. Early on, I bought some beads, just random beads in different colors, and so I think it was someone's D-stash. And in that D-stash, they had different colors, you know, like purple and brown, and just a random beads. And so I went ahead and got a few different colors, and one of them was the brown. And so I just thought I could put this on one side of the bracelet, this on the other, with some pearls in between. So that's where I'm going with this. Also, I'm bringing in some bead caps. I just have some random bead caps. This will hopefully go on this guy here. And I might stack it up with one of those. And then I'm gonna probably put bead. So this is gonna go on one side. Then we'll have that and that. We'll put a bead cap and a bead cap. And so we'll put this and this. Sound good? And if I need some spacers in between, I thought that I would go ahead and add a couple of spacers in between here. We'll just see how long it's going to be. They're just going to be random. These are tiara cast daisy spacers. And so we're going to go ahead and put a couple of those in there. I had some larger ones grabbed as well, but not going to need them. We're going to use some 2x2 crimp tubes, also from Soft Flex. And when we use those, we like to bring out our magical crimpers for this one. Let's get you straightened up here. All right. So first thing I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and I'm going to work from the spool. And since I know that this side is going to be this right here, I'm going to go ahead and just start stringing it. So I have that spacer bead, and I'm going to go ahead and add bead cap, and then the larger bead cap. This was the largest I had in copper, so it doesn't really cover that up, but it's not the right size, but we're making do, right? Okay, so there we go. So we have this to start out on one side. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add my bead cap for this little side. And then I'm just going to start adding some of these beads. And I need it to be, I need to get to, let's see, probably, I need to get to about 6.5 inches. And so let's go ahead and use those, and we'll get these strung on. They're absolutely gorgeous little pearl beads, and I love this color. And sometimes they do get stuck together like that. And then what I do is I can sometimes pull them apart with my fingers. Sometimes I use my flesh cutters. Sometimes it just depends. And especially if I'm going to be bead capping it, I don't worry too much about it. Okay, so I did 4, let's do 4. I don't know how the sizing is going to work, but we'll figure it out. Oh, there's another one. They do get stuck together quite often. I've noticed, no matter where you get them. All right, so let's keep on going. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there we go. Let's see if, we'll see if this makes it. And what I can do is I can bring in more chips to make up the rest of the length. Okay, so now let's go ahead and put on that bead cap. So now we have this. That bead cap looks kind of more bronze than copper. So let's see if I can grab a different one. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull those off and add some different ones that actually look more copper. So let's go ahead and do that. And sometimes this happens. These look more, I mean, they're copper, but they don't look as copper as I want them to look. All right, so we're just gonna do this again. Okay. Today is Labor Day, and my husband's birthday is coming up. So our daughter, son-in-law, and granddaughter are coming over today. We will barbecue. You hear me talk about Little Miss Rain. Well, Little Miss Rain belongs to my daughter and son-in-law. And she loves coming into the studio because when she was little, well, I had it all fenced off because I have other stuff in here too. I have soap making and candles and stuff that, you know, stuff that I don't want her to get into. Plus with all cutting tools and those types of things, I just didn't want her getting into it. Well, now she's okay, so I don't have to have it blocked off. However, I do have to have it blocked off for the dog. Yes, he got into the coffee butter. Oh, when did he get into that? He got into that a while ago. And we realized we cannot trust him. So he got into the coffee butter one time. He got into another butter another time. I had accidentally left open, and that's him pitter-pattering because he wants to eat. But another time I had accidentally left it open and he got into stuff. And so the gate is up just for him. All right, so how did those look better? Okay, so now let's go ahead and add our little bead here. I love those little beads. I have no idea where I got them. Then let's go ahead and just start putting on our chips. And then we'll see how long we are after I get a few on. Because if I have to, I can remove some of the pearls. Okay, so that is nowhere close to where I need to be. So we're just going to keep on going. All right, I'm going to grab more because I feel like I'm going to need more. There's a lot in this little pack. Oh, and also with this pack came black and clear stretch cord. And yeah, there's more. And ear wires. I was pretty impressed with this little pack here. It is just the pack that keeps on giving, right? All right, so let's just keep on going. Let's bring out the Fandy Dandy measuring tool because I feel like we're getting there. Almost. I'm going to add maybe, because I need to get to 6 1/4. I'm probably going to add maybe 2 more. So let's add 2 more. This one's really pretty right here. Well, they all are, but you know what I mean. Let's go ahead and do this one, and then let's add this little light colored one in there. Okay, so now let's go ahead and verify, right? Measure twice, cut once. And I need to be about, oh, actually, I think I probably need to get another couple beads on there. Let's go ahead and add a couple more. That's why we keep on checking. We just kind of keep on checking, going along. I'm going to add one more like this, maybe. Where's the, there it is. All right, let's give it one more quick measure. This is just a little quick, fun project. And there we go, we're exactly at 6 1/4. And what made me think of it was I thought, oh, I just need to have a bracelet. And if it's going to run around, I kind of want like a big chunky something on one side. And I just thought that that was pretty. And then adding in the pearls. So, all right. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to thread on our little 2x2 crimp tube. And then we're going to, then yes, I'm going directly onto my magnetic clasp. All right. And this is such a good magnetic clasp that this wire is giving it a fit. Okay, there we go. We're getting that up there a little bit better. Maybe. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I want a little bit of wiggle room, right? You got to have a little bit of wiggle room. Then we want to get our crimping tool right in the middle there. I feel like I've got there. All right, so I don't want it to, I want it to be centered. Let's pull it down just a little bit. And now let's go ahead and just give it a little squeeze. And we have our little square. Okay, so now I'm going to fight this the whole time. This is an amazing, amazing metal, metal clasp. I think it's tiara cast. Okay, so then let's go ahead and now let's just start going around. And once you feel no tension, then you know that your crimp tube is now all fine and dandy. Let's go a little bit. Let's go a little bit more here. Yep, I needed to go a little bit more. And I just turn it around, and when there's no tension, I know that those 4 corners are now embedded in that wire. And then I just give it a tug test, and it's not moving. So now, oh, and you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just pass this through a little bit, only because then it'll sit evenly. So let's go ahead and just go a little bit down, and then that end can sit inside the bead. Okay. Oh, that's perfect. And then it's centered right there. And that looks like a little bead. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing on this side. Let's go ahead and just grab this one. Okay. And I don't have anything to add over here like I did the last time. If you did have something to add, so if you were going to add maybe some of these over here, then you would want to cut just a little bit more. Now, the reason why I have this all rounded like this is because I don't want it to be loosey-goosey, but I don't want it to be so tight. So I am just kind of giving it a little bit of room. Then let's go ahead and grab this on here. And I'm holding on to that crimp tube just because I don't want to lose it in that bead. Now, this is where having that bead that can fit some of the wire comes in very handy. Okay, I finally got that through. It took me a really long time to get that through. And again, the magnetic clasp probably doesn't help much. But so what I'm doing now is I'm just forcing this through this one bead. Okay, so here we go here, and I want a little bit more. Okay, now the reason why I like to pass it through is because then it gives me a little bit more to kind of pull on, to hold, so I can hold it steady. And so now I'm gonna come in, let's see here. There we go. We don't want our wires crossed. Okay, so let's get that in the center of the well there. Okay, so I have this here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and give it that crimp or that squeeze. I am so sorry. I guess I could be doing this. And then I have my 4 corners pinched down. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and insert that back into the middle and start going around here. It's so worth it. I love the look of these crimp tubes. And I love the look of a magnetic clasp too. All right. Okay, so now we have our bead-like finish. Give it the tug. And then we'll come in and give it a little bit of a trim right there at the base of that bead. And there, oops. And there we have it. I have my little magnetic clasp, finally brown bracelet. And you can very easily, if you want to hang dangles and have this be the front, because it is a very pretty magnetic clasp, but just thought I would make up just a quick and easy bracelet that I need for today. And using some, and I don't even know where the other little scrap went, but I didn't have very much scraps. Using some copper color metallics, Softflex and medium. We used 2x2 crimp tubes. We used some of the pearls from my 24 pack that I got from BB Craft. Also some gemstone chips that I got in my jewelry set that also comes with elastic cord in 2 colors, ear wires. And what else did we use? I just used some random bead caps from my stash. So be sure to check out BB Craft. If you're interested in being an influencer, please check out the link to the influencer program below and check that out and see if this is something that's for you. Give this video a huge thumbs up if you like it. Please do comment. I love to see what everybody has to say. And subscribe. And until next time, have a good one.